Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel Concept Here. In today's class, we will discuss about DNS in the subject of computer networks. What is DNS? DNS is abbreviation is domain name space or domain name system. Okay, a domain name was designed or defined as inverted tree structure. It is with root at the top side. Okay, the tree can have only 128 levels. 128 levels. The root level is 0 level. 0 is root to level 127. Okay, here we will see what is the abbreviation. It is application layer. An application layer protocol defines how the application process is running on different systems, pass the message each other. Okay, DNS standards for domain name system or domain name service. What is a DNS? A DNS is a directory service that provides a mapping between name of the host on the network and it is numerical address. Okay, it will mapping name of the host with its numerical address. Okay, మీకు సింపుల్గా చెప్పాలంటే డిఎన్ఎస్ ఈజ్ నథింగ్ బట్ కన్వర్టింగ్ host name with IP address, converting host name with IP, host name with IP address. Okay, in to browse anything on internet, to browse any information on internet, we should remember the we should give the IP addresses of the particular service. But remembering IP address, it is difficult to for everyone, so we are simply give the website keywords or website name. Okay, that is called what? Host name will be taken by the DNS. That DNS will be converts that host name into IP address. DNS is required the functioning of the internet. Okay, each node in a tree has a domain name and full domain name is sequenced of the symbols specified with dots. Okay, here each level contains each node in the structure is contains the domain, and the complete structure will be defined from bottom to top. It is different divided by the with the symbol of the dot. Okay, DNS is a service that translates domain name into IP address. This is the main exactly definition. Okay, domain name is nothing but what? It takes the domain name. Sorry, DNS takes the domain name and convert it into IP address. Okay, for example, suppose you want to search for a website like www.mkstutor.com. This is the host name. This address will be taken by the DNS. This address will be converted as the specific IP address. What is the IP address of this website? That address will be displayed. Okay, this is the IP address. For example, assume this is for a website. This is the IP address, means it's the host name. It is the IP address. What is the duty of DNS? Means DNS will be converts this host name into IP address. Here, domain name is more reliable than the IP address. DNS is a TCP protocol used on the different applications, different platforms. Okay, here the domain namespace is divided into three categories. DNS is divided into three categories. What are the three categories? Means generic domain and country domains, and inverse domain. Okay, here the DNS, the diagram. This is the root domain, and it contains several sublayers like this. Okay, in this one, inverse domain is one type, and generic domains, it is some country domains. Okay, here what is the generic domains? A generic domains is nothing but, okay, generic domains is nothing but these are the domains registered according to their generic behavior. Okay, the company or whatever it is, generic behavior, based on the generic behavior, these are the uh, domains are generated. Each node in a tree defines domain name with which is a index to the DNS database. Okay, in this diagram, each node contains the some domain name. Okay, for example, this is that if you take this one, this node, this is the one domain. Okay, each node contains the label. Label is nothing but name. Okay, it uses three character labels. These labels describe the organization type. Okay, for example, generic means, for example, if you check here, or what is the behavior? Aero is nothing but what? Aero is nothing but airlines and aerospace companies. Okay, for example, if you choose .com domains, these are the commercial purpose. Okay, edu is nothing but what? Educational website. Okay, same as the info is nothing but what? Informative service providers websites. Okay, and mill is nothing but what? Military groups, these are the military groups. And if you check net, what is meaning of net? Means network support centers. Okay, and some of the website domain names are organization means non-profitable organization websites. And gov gov means what? Government websites. Okay, like this, these are the domain names. End of the domain name will use dot aero or dot com or dot info. Okay, like this we are using. These are the domains is called generic domains. Okay, next one is country domain. What is the country domain? Okay, country domains. The format of the country name is same as the generic domain, but here it uses only two characters of the country abbreviations. For example, if you check some websites contains the dot in. What do you meaning of dot in? And Google dot in. Google dot in means what? It is the domain name. In this one, the last two numbers specifies the, it is the country domain, the country name. Okay, for example, if you check any websites contains the ending with .us, .uk means this is the United States countries domain name. This is the United Kingdom means that is the England domain name, like that. This is the I means India domain name. It uses two characters country abbreviations, for example, .us, in the place of the three characteristics organizations. This type of domains is called country domains. And last one is the inverse domains. Inverse domains. The inverse domains is used for mapping an address to name. Okay, mapping an address to the name. Address to name. When the server has received a request from the client, the server contains the server contains the files of only authorized clients. To determine whether the client is an authorized list or not, it sends a query to the DNS server and asks the mapping the address to the name. Okay, these type of domains are called inverse domains. Okay, here what is the domain structure is, this is the root. Okay, this is the root level, and here for example it is the .com, and it is edu info military net UI. In this one, is education contains one more, one is the MDA, and it contains one more is the ATC. It contains chal. Okay, these are the each domains. Okay, how it will be calculated from the root level means it is the root. Okay, we have to calculate the domain name from top bottom to top. Okay, what is the first one is the chel dot, next one is the ATC dot, and next one is FHDA, next one is the edu. Okay, edu. If you end up the domain name, if you consider the dot means root node, then it is called fully qualified domain name. So end of the name, if you are mentioned like this chel dot edu atc dot FHDA, then it is called partially qualified domain name. Okay, if you are considering end of the if you are considering the root node, we'll mention the null value dot. If you are not considering the root means we won't put any dot value end of the domain. Okay, if you have any doubts, please ask me in comment section. Thank you.